All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Monster, episode 38.
Whew. Craziness is going down.
Yep, and Johan started the fire.
Yes, he did. Well, kind of indirectly. He had someone else do it for him.
He did the signal.
Right, and now everyone is walking in a very calm and orderly fashion, just like Schuwald requested, towards the nearest exit, because a fire is in fact happening. And they don't want to trample anybody or anything like that. Chaos would be the worst thing to happen.
To each other.
They're going to be very nice. They won't get afraid or scared at all.
Because that's how human beings are.
Well, everyone will please panic. That's basically what Schuwald
That's basically what Schuwald is doing, and he didn't even really mean that. He's just realizing, I made a mistake. I made a horrible mistake. This is all going to go very badly. Everyone, please panic. And then everything's crazy. And Johan is just drinking it all in. This is Kinderheim all over again for him.
Yes.
So, guys, he's upgraded. He's Kinderheiming the leaders of a huge chunk of the free world. So
Tenma gotten his first kill by now. Yeah. Assuming he hit Roberto in a vital area.
Probably in his big dick.
Yes, exactly. It's hard to miss.
All right, guys, we're excited. So without further ado, let's get into it.
必ず引き金を2度引け。とどめを刺す確率は飛躍的に高くなる。それができないときはお前の命がないと思え。
Oh, so is it that he shot?
Really? Double tap.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's
all right.
That's the kill.
Really? Okay. Wonderful. So now you don't have the sniper anymore.
The monster in my sight. Now it shows the title.
Okay.
Oh, that decision was really good. Wait, was he shot? Oh, he wasn't. Whoa. Yeah, now he's probably ready and willing to kill Johan. He's shot twice. He can do it a few more times. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if you had that sniper and could actually make a shot at this distance?
Yep.
Oh yeah, smoke.
It's weird how in his mind here it's so quiet because the only thing he's thinking about is killing Johan, and he's trembling and
even though there's probably crazy screaming and burning and stuff.
Yeah. Oh jeez. Oh, and these are all the people trying to get away, and he's gonna have to save them.
They're trying to get up. Oh boy. Wouldn't they want to stay lower? That's where the smoke would be thinnest, right?
I think you just want to get away from the fire. They're panicking.
Sure.
A panicked crowd is terrifying. They might as well be zombies. Whoa.
避難路は確保されているんですか？火の海の中にシューバルトさんを連れて行く気ですか？
Basically taking them away from this area.
Right.
Jeez.
燃え上がっています。たくさんの書物が。
お前のやりたいことはそれだけか。私に本を読んで聞かせていたように、
Even though he
この
can't
地
see,
獄絵
you
を
know.
私に伝えれば、それで満足だ。
And when he took him to
お前
the
の狙いは、私に成り変わることではなかったのか。
It's like I thought about
別
it.
のことが頭に浮かんだから。あなたは怖くないんですね。
お前はどこ
Yeah.
から来たんだ。
Answering the question and asking a question all at
誰な
once.
んだ。
僕が見えますか？
Oh my god.
僕の目に映っているものが見えますか？僕はおとぎの国のような町で生まれた。たくさんの人が死んでいた。
Whoa.
もう一人の分身とそこを手をつないで歩いてい
holding
た。
hands with my other half.
Yeah.
世界に僕ら二人だけみたいだった。僕らには名前がなかった。
Now he's afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then who should we see next? But yep. Anna/Nina. Wait.
Okay.
No, this is the library.
This is what. Yeah.
It's gonna explode out the windows and. Oh my gosh. Dang. Wow.
Yeah.
これか。あ。
It's what he's leaving him.
Yeah.
これは
The will.
Yeah.
マルゴット・ランガーの死に関する調査報告書。8月12日、
Czechoslovakia.
チェコ・プラハ生まれ。
Whoa.
1970年、15歳で旧ドイツ連邦共和国に不法入国。父さん、あなたまだ母さんのこと調べていたんですね。その後も娼婦としては最高級の一人だったが、92年に引退。また、コールガールから身を引く直前、闇の銀行の頭取と愛人関係にあったという情報もあるが、娼婦を引退後、マルゴット・ランガーはヘッセン州オッフェンバッハに住む。
Wait.
写真は当時彼女のいたア
Have
パ
we
ルト
seen
メン
that
トである。
before?
同居
I
人
don't
に
think
は
so.
18歳ぐらいの少年がいたというが、
Oh.
2人の関係は不明で11月2日、マルゴット・ランガーはハイデ通りにて他
Oh
殺
my
体で発見された。
gosh.
警察のファイルによれば、事件は通り魔による犯行で、犯人は検挙すらされていない。
Good grief.
母さん、
Freaking Johan.
一緒にチェコの国境を越えようとした親友のこと。彼女は国境で捕まり、プラハに強制的に連れ戻され、
Wait.
その後
She.
双子を出産して幸せに暮ら
No
し
way.
そうそう
No way. And it's him getting the kind of the reconnection of sorts with his
大丈
mom.
夫だよ母さん。
But
But he knows
he has
nothing
known
about
nothing
Johan.
about what's actually going on here.
Uh-huh.
なんてこったい、どこもかしくも鍵がかかってる。データ、消防署に連絡は。
もうしたよ。
And there's no one even around outside.
Yeah.
Like Johan orchestrated that as well.
Yep. Shoot off the lock.
どこだ。ドアから離れて。
Oh, the hinge.
Oh, nice.
Nicely done. Yeah, help him.
Yeah, if everyone does it.
Yeah.
Our friendship. Let's try this out before we all die.
Yeah, of course everyone helps here. Oh, okay, it is. It is
All
working.
right.
All right, all right. Oh my gosh.
慌てるな。一人ずつゆっくり。列を作って順番に出るんだ。女の人とお年寄りを先。ありがとう。
Oh, man.
俺を言っていいか。
Yeah.
あと2発。
2 bullets
Oh,
left.
man.
ちょっと、あなた。
Fire shoot. You gotta shoot twice.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Nice. And
She
she
broke
has
the
more than
window
2
with the fire.
bullets.
Well, yeah, but she broke the window with the fire extinguisher and left the fire extinguisher outside.
She's not coming in here to save lives. That's Tenma's job.
Sure.
Dang. He's gone. They're long gone.
No way.
Oh my gosh.
よ。
The scratching is back, Jacob.
Do it already.
He's coming up towards him. Whoa. Whoa, this shot. Oh my
Hey!
gosh.
He's making it easier for you, Tenma. Just shoot.
Yeah. like he's been waiting for this, you know, like
He's gonna...
oh my god, he's like aim for the head.
It's like right here.
Oh my gosh. It's like he can even like feel the... Why? Why?
ニーナダメだニーナ
Really? Don't...
ダメだ
What?
They don't want each other to be the one to actually kill him.
Oh my
Fire!
gosh.
What the hell? You can run up to him, you know.
撃つな君は撃つな
Okay,
So, that
that's a little disappointing.
it is a little disappointing because, okay, here's the thing. The whole fear aspect and them wanting to not have the other person be the one that's killing him, cool. They can do that, but I feel like that didn't... There wasn't the usual amount of basically build-up and tension put into
Yes.
it that Monster normally does, because the directing for Monster is stellar from
Really
sound to everything. So I feel like they could have made this a much more intense scene.
Impactful,
Yeah, and more
moment
impactful and
for,
stuff.
for the character of Tenma,
And-
at least from
right.
the beginning. And then when Nina comes in, it should completely snap him out of whatever stupor he was in, where he was
Right.
like, I'm ready to shoot Johan.
Yeah.
But instead it just felt like a more of a thing of like,
Yeah. What this feels like is basically DM plot armor, where if there's a character that the DM is very proud of and they want to make sure that they last for a while, then even if they're in a position where the person should die at this moment, they don't, because they want them to hang around longer. That's with things like the fact that the sniper rifle fell over, even though, well, bullets don't have that much kickback, and the first shot, even though it still hit Roberto, he didn't, go flying back or anything.
no, but he stumbled back towards the railing. So I think the sniper rifle thing I will forgive. It's mostly the you have him in your sights right in front of you. Now you've already killed someone.
Right, and you've made
So-
the decision, you're ready to do it, and you don't do it. Or, okay, you're going to shoot him, but while he's just walking away slowly, you don't think, run up next to him to make sure you can hit him
no.
or anything like that.
I think that's the weird way to look at it, is that the parts when he should have shot is right when he started pointing. The reason why
Sure.
I think he didn't is because he's like, am I giving him what he wants by doing this?
Right, and-
like his
yeah.
mind played tricks on him, and he
That's
basically...
and that's cool, because that's something Johan is specifically doing.
But
to-
what they
to
could
mess
have
with him.
done, is had Tenma shoot and maybe miss,
Right,
or maybe
exactly.
hit him in the shoulder in the same way he hit Roberto in the shoulder,
Sure.
and then
Show that Johan has psyched him out,
Johan would then also see that his fear, basically thing like that, isn't perfect, and this whole thing was him basically like kind of flying by the seat of his pants, and he just
Right.
like, it's not working, and then maybe you would see a little bit of the not fear on Johan's face, but a little bit of an emotion.
Right,
He would emote in some way, and it would go, and you'd see like, there it is. That's Johan's humanity, his weakness.
Sure.
And then suddenly they would basically like run at each other,
Johan and Tenma?
Johan and Tenma, and Johan would basically like, do something where he would, I don't know, like duck out of the bullet's shot or whatever, and redirect the gun to where he's pointing at Schuwald, and he would be like, and then he would hold up for a second, and then Anna would come in and be like, Tenma, get out of the way!
Sure.
And he's like, huh! And he's like, and then he would have this moment of
Yeah,
where he would be like, I have to get out of the way so that she can shoot him,
Right.
but also I don't want her to shoot him, and maybe it would then be a thing of where he would be like, no, and he would even like protect Johan.
That's what
by,
I was
getting
thinking
in the
was
way.
gonna happen. Yeah.
And then she would be like, and then Johan would burst, and then he would turn around and have one shot and fire into the smoke, and we wouldn't know.
And he wouldn't know. And the thing
that would have been
that
a way better way to do it.
well,
at least just in my opinion.
And here's the thing, I understand why they don't do a lot of the things that you mentioned specifically for Johan, because one of the whole points about Johan is that it's not about what he is physically capable of doing.
Right.
It's how he can just use his mind and his charisma and all that stuff to make all the stuff out here go in a way that's favorable to him.
Right. It's his persona that he carries.
Exactly.
It's like an aura around him. That
if they did get into something where like Johan pulled out his own gun and started shooting at Tenma, that would have been stupid, right?
I agree.
But the way that Johan got out of this, it's like, it's not...
I mean, we knew he was going to.
Yeah.
We knew he was going to. But it was
like,
the question of, did he get out with 2 slugs in him, 1 slug in him, or no slugs in him?
If they do something like that where Johan actually, like, where we see Johan later and he's like, oh crap, I've been shot twice, and then he's needing to, like... Maybe that's the way that they can bring back the 17-year-old doctor lady. He ends up stumbling in. He's like, "Please help me!" Right, and then that could be some cool conflict point. But,
sure. Because she did fire. She did fire a couple times.
She did fire. Yeah, more than twice. Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 times.
Right,
I think.
and she could see him there. Like the way they showed it made it seem almost like he was
a ghost.
He was a ghost. A hologram or something like that. Right, and it's like, okay, of course that's not what it is. Mm-hmm. But this is a situation where Johan, if he was going to just calmly leave, he should have done that sooner.
Also, here's something. Yes, I agree. He should have done that sooner. But he kind of is enjoying this, and I think this is maybe Johan's weakness, is that he was wanting to be seen, at least. Look how big the monster inside of me has grown. But Tenma's firing the gun at Roberto. Mm-hmm. One thing that is a big difference here is that Tenma is an extremely emotional human being when it comes to breaking his code. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that the only reason he actually was able to shoot at Roberto is because Roberto pulled the gun on him.
Yeah.
And that's Tenma's problem. And so I am understanding how they want to play this as a story.
Yeah.
So don't misinterpret that we aren't understanding that this is why Monster did it. We totally get that. We just would have preferred it done a little bit differently. Because
especially with Johan, as far as rule of cool goes and all that stuff, and having someone that can be this Machiavellian and have it work, that relies on usually not showing how they're doing what they're doing all the time, and when you show how they're doing what they're doing, making sure that it pays off, that the person is following, tracking with it, and yes, this person really is a genius that is beyond our comprehension, right?
I do think though that if we were put inside Johan's mind, it would actually break the illusion a lot.
Oh yes,
we would be able to see that this wasn't planned.
Yeah,
he changed his mind really late in the whole plan anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he had a different plan, and now all these other things are happening, and he's just like, I've got to live a little bit longer.
Well, and here's the other thing too.
I'll spin this a little bit.
You can and the whole Machiavellian thing where they don't have everything planned and they just sort of adapt. That's great. That's fantastic. That's a lot more realistic. Yeah. But there's still the fact that Johan was just standing there. If the sniper rifle hadn't fallen. Right?
Yes.
Because the fact that it did, you can say that sort of makes sense, but that is not something Johan would have been able to predict.
Right.
That would be complete bullcrap, right?
Yeah.
So, if that hadn't happened, if that coin toss, whatever, had not resulted in Tenma losing the sniper rifle, even though there was the smoke, he could have gotten into a good position. The smoke wasn't that bad. He could have gotten into a position with the sniper rifle where he could have killed Johan. Johan was just standing
He might have killed Schuwald.
Schuwald's in a wheelchair. He's
right
lower.
Next to him. But
he's lower, so he's shooting for the head.
It doesn't matter. You don't just have a differential of aim up and down. It's a circle.
Okay, but
I know Tenma is a great shot and stuff, But I don't.
But the point is that it's not something that was in Johan's control.
No,
right?
It wasn't. Not at all.
So the fact that he was staying there, it basically was him gambling with his life. Now, if that's what they want to do as far as how Johan's personality is, awesome. There's plenty of good things that they can do with that. But with a statement like from the crazy murderer guy, which yes isn't necessarily law because that's just one dude, but the fact that they brought in a random dude to be sort of an expert on this situation and specifically say, Johan, he's not gonna die here. He could survive a nuclear
Holocaust,
war, right? And of course that was probably an exaggeration, but it's to make a point, and in this point, Johan's life was basically a coin toss.
Yeah,
like that's what it was. So the fact that
he won the coin toss.
He won the coin toss.
It angers us,
but not by any merit of his own, really.
Right.
This thing, that was great. I love it. That would totally psych Tenma out.
Yeah.
But that's one very small thing. When everything else is taken into account.
Yeah, maybe it made it, instead of a 50-50, it made a 51-49.
Right. Yeah, or whatever.
Or it made it so that...
it bought that little bit of time,
It bought the little bit post that moment, but before that, there was still the coin toss bit.
Right, exactly.
That probably should have happened that way.
Yeah.
This is something that I'm curious about. Is that we know this show is relatively long, so in some ways we know that Johan has had plot armor this whole time anyway.
Right, but he hasn't really been around, so,
Right.
Yeah.
But do you find that as being a thing that is a detriment to the show? Because it's not a whodunit. It's not a, it's not a show about, like, just the explorations of the human psyche and whatever. It is about stopping this horrible, monster, basically.
We know
that they can't do it until, relatively towards the end of the story.
Right, and I get that this is not a show that's about whether they will be capable or not. It's about whether they will be able to make the decision. Right? Because it's very much a character study. It's focused on that. It is not an action show.
No.
Right? So the fact that it was not resolved because or even though they had the capability, like very much the capability and motive and all that stuff to kill him, I can get behind that. I would hope that it's done better in the future, and I think they totally will. Yeah. Especially since they're probably not going to do this sort of thing often.
Right.
This is the halfway point basically. So I could see this not happening again until the actual end of the show.
Sure.
Or if they do have it happen again, it's like, okay, it'll be a little bit different because
Tenma will be thinking back on this.
Yeah.
The big thing that happened this episode was there's a lot of backstory, kind of repeated things, but we got a ton of info regarding Johan and Margot Langer, because holy crap, this basically confirming in some ways that Carl is like a long lost like not family cousin of Johan's, basically. There's no blood relation there, but oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
so also Johan has been with Carl's mother, and we have no idea what that with involved.
Well, I mean, she said when
we don't know that letter was actually written
by her. I would think so, because there was a lot of information that could tie it back to Johan. So
this is all according to Johan's Keikaku.
Right.
Even everything in that document. Who's to say that Johan didn't already have some knowledge that was going to happen?
Sure.
There's nothing in there, I think, that benefits Johan directly right now. So I don't think that there's anything specific that we're supposed to key into here. But the fact that this whole situation is constantly surrounded by Johan's influence, and that she was involved in the Bank of Darkness, as they call it.
Yeah.
And it's like, we know Johan and his involvement with that.
Right.
And now we know, a little bit more literally of what they were specifically good at about laundering money.
Well, no, that was established earlier.
Well, it was established, but this is like they had a monopoly. They were the underground thing for money laundering. Like what that looks like to me is like the entire country if
Oh, yeah,
any
that's-
money laundering thing, it was happening through there, but it could be
Or at
even
least they
bigger
had a
than
finger
that
in
now.
it, you know. Yeah, in the pie, yeah.
I mean, it just seems like something that would be so big now.
Oh,
that,
sure, yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
like,
Yeah. It would be ridiculous. So,
Yeah.
Anna's there. She's fine, at least. I mean, she's not going to die by a falling curtain. She'll probably be in danger. You know, she's definitely in danger.
Yeah, I do
Right?
think she is endgame, so it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense for her to die here, but Schuwald could die.
Schuwald could definitely die because he's in a wheelchair and all that stuff. I mean, they'll definitely try and
Save
help him.
him.
But the other thing is also, even if they get him out of here, he could just die because the smoke. You know,
Yeah, he's an old man.
His lungs couldn't take it. You know.
Yeah. He might also suffer a heart attack or something just from the stress of the whole
Sure.
thing.
I mean, he seems like a tough cookie.
Oh, he's a-
you know,
yeah.
like he handled all the stuff that Johan and everything, and he didn't have a heart attack when Johan was freaking like
Boring into
soul
his soul,
staring him.
yeah.
Like, so you know, so I think he's good on that front,
Right. But he's an old vampire Bayern. He's not He's not
Exactly.
the young vampire Bayern.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Ooh.
Also, the way the people like were just kind of scrambling up the stairs and stuff, that was chilling.
That was chilling because it's basically this thing of the question it raises is, if you really want to kill Johan, you're going to have to go past and ignore all these people. And the thing is that Tenma could have ignored them and he would have killed Johan, assuming some other DM Johan plot device didn't come in to, you know, stop that, which probably would have. But I mean, let's be real. But that question was put there very nicely, and the imagery of them all crawling up the stairs was, I mean, yeah, it was chilling.
Yeah, that was something where it reminded me of basically the zombies with like no bottom halves,
Oh.
you know, where they're all just like,
Made me think of Dante's Inferno,
oh, sure,
you know.
yeah.
But yeah, oh
Yeah.
boy.
I liked that he, you know, utilized the gun in an effective way to save people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
great.
Uh-huh.
I like that.
Them all working together to break down the door, or
Wait, what did you just say?
them all working together to break down the door.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm talking about how he utilized the gun, the thing that is to kill,
Right.
to kill Johan, as a way to save all the people. So he's trying to do both.
Yeah, he turned it into a surgical instrument.
Yes, he
will.
exactly. He's also just trying to showcase that he wants it all. I think that's a
And-
character thing,
right.
just to also add as to why he
Why he failed.
Why he failed.
To quote the great philosopher Ron Swanson, don't half-ass two things.
Whole-ass
one thing. And he should have whole-assed putting a slug in Johan's chest.
Yeah.
But, you know, but hey, everyone lived, I believe.
I think.
Other than Roberto. And maybe Schuwald. But, you know, and of course Lung is on his way, but he's not there yet, so he's going to get there once Johan is gone. And
Right.
Schuwald is dead, you know.
Yeah, another thing that's pretty cool here is that Tenma has a perfect alibi. One of the things I was very worried about was that Johan was going to spin this as a way to pin it on Tenma.
Uh-huh.
And now Tenma's saved everyone. So they're going to be like, no, this guy like was an
Right.
angel and
But then, of
hiding,
course-
like he somehow like
Right. Yeah, yes.
saved us all.
But then, of course, that won't convince Lung because Lung is like, oh, but it's the split personality. You never know.
well, yeah, I'm not worried about Lung.
Yeah.
Lung is just going to take some time to
Lung
slow burn
will die in a
develop.
ditch eventually, you know, once he realizes how wrong he's been. I mean, let's just be real. That's probably how it's going to happen.
You're so cynical. Like I have way more hope for Lung.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah. It's
I
going to be
don't.
a sad
don't.
ending, but the whole dead in a ditch type of thing. Meh.
Maybe not a literal ditch. I mean, anything is a ditch for Johan if he's creative enough. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean Lung's already trudging through the ditches of his life anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't see that
Yeah.
being as a really big like
Ugh.
crazy thing. Okay, so
Hopefully
we
they get the
now,
sniper rifle.
Well, no, but now screw the sniper rifle. The point is that now all the characters are back together.
Yes.
All the characters that are the protagonists that are in
Right.
Munich, I think, are all back together.
Yeah. Gillen's not there, but that's...
Well, he's not in Munich.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he just would travel there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can now strike out on, their own and kind of make things go along here. The only issue is that Carl is alone in that house, and guess who's going to be coming back soon?
Johan. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And guess who we now know has, been way more in this whole plot of things involving Carl and Schuwald than we even previously thought.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Lot.
Yeah. Lot is interesting. I am curious to see where the end of her story with this whole thing goes, but all in all, it just looks really bad for Carl right now.
Yeah.
I really like the kid. I'm really glad that he had that little bit of emotional closure, but that's also a form of sudden character backstory development equals horrible, tragic death.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
In some ways, the fact that he was given so much information about Johan without knowing that was Johan seems like the kind of thing where, because Johan has got his finger in everything, he's got his hands in all the pies, basically.
Yeah.
It does make it seem like he either has to die or that he'll never find out really why that information could be more important than it is.
Yeah, thankfully it's in an actual physical document, so it could
true.
Find its way into Tenma's hands or whatever, and they could figure everything out after he's dead, or he could tell them about it, and then he dies or whatever. But he doesn't know about Johan because Schuwald didn't tell him about it.
Right.
And I don't think Gillen left behind a copy of his, of the file, basically. So, or Reichwein, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Reichwein, yeah.
Yeah, Reichwein didn't leave behind a copy, so as far as we know. So there's nothing lying around.
There's a lot of copies around there, though, of all the things that Reichwein and Gillen have collected, though, so...
right, but not of the Schuwald estate.
No.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of risky, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, Johan's like, what's this?
What's this?
Huh.
Who brought this over?
Yeah.
Nani? Yeah, with my ASMR voice.
Yeah.
I am Johan.
Yeah, but that part though, where Johan grabbed Schuwald's face and got up close and everything,
and it's like, what do you see reflected in my eyes? I was like, oh my god,
that was terrifying.
He said, I grew up in a fairy tale land. Everyone was dead, and I walked around. I walked
my
through
other
it
half,
holding hands with my other half.
And we had no names.
We had no names.
And
that's straight up from the book. But it's
right,
also reality.
It resonated so much.
But it's also reality with how he feels probably about Nina/Anna.
Yep.
Which, again, brings up the thing that we talked about a long time ago, back when Anna and Nina was more connected to the story, was how she is Johan's only real weakness. Because he believes her to be, the other half of him, basically.
Right, exactly. It's, the
other monster.
Family's all he's got, right? So Tenma and Anna, and that's basically it, so
he's probably... I mean, okay. If we could boil down Johan's plan into something really simple... Because he changed his mind as to, why he was doing all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if this was all basically a thing of him realizing, I need to reunite with my other half? I'm going to do all this now as a way to just lure her here, since she's going to come here. But I'm making enough noise, so I need to burn everything and disappear.
But he didn't give her a second glance when she finally showed up.
Nope.
Not at all.
Nope. No, I think that he also might be have enough self-awareness to go, don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. Oh, okay, I'm free. Sure. All right.
All right, this very convenient smoke billow is all right, okay, how much concealment is it actually giving me? Okay. Yeah.
Anna just keeps rolling single digit on the D20. With the DC to hit. And the GM's really high.
It's on rolls 18 plus 9. Does that hit?
No.
GM. No, misses. You're not sure. It's smoky. Really? 19.
I like the idea, though,
it's unclear.
of what you said about Johan going to the younger doctor.
Oh, yeah?
Because he would get shot.
I mean,
I also think it's a really cool potential thing is Johan isn't alone in all this. Like, there's a lot of really small variables where you go like, wait a minute.
Like, Roberto's wife is still around. Or...
Well, not only that, but where were all the guards that are supposed to be outside? They were part of Schuwald's, like, security or whatever.
Yeah, I think there were some on the inside, and they were the ones that were like, yeah, we can't find a way out.
But what if those were the only ones that Johan, didn't have, under his control? Because maybe that's all the Bank of Darkness kind of thing. So he's got
who knows?
all the security. He's like, and you guys can leave now. Lock all the doors. Bolt them.
Right.
That's the other thing. They had to be locked from the inside. The doors don't lock on shutting. Human beings had to go and lock all those doors. That wasn't Tenma. I mean, that wasn't Johan.
Right.
Johan didn't go around like, the meetings haven't started yet. Click, click. So Johan's not some trans-dimensional, omnipresent
exactly
being.
That's actually the real thing.
That's the real mystery of this whole library.
There's
a team probably of people that we haven't seen yet.
I was just going to say of Johan in general. The fact that he can do all this stuff this quickly is fine.
Yes.
But the fact that he's able to do all this stuff in an organized manner, because each one would probably take time. Like whenever he hacks a person,
Yes.
That's not something that he can just do immediately.
No.
Like he becomes pen pals with them or whatever. So he probably has like 2,000 irons in the fire.
Oh yeah,
right. Where he's just like, okay, I'll do this because that's gonna go. Right? Okay, I'm keeping all these assets basically primed to use.
And he probably has a small team of people that are doing some of the grunt work for him.
Exactly.
So sending letters to specific, people and stuff.
He actually is like, my hand gets tired. He has people that are like writing his letters for him, and he just dictates.
I mean, that's less cool. So
right.
We don't need to see
exactly,
that
because
or
he has to
anything.
have the rule of cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
but man,
boy.
I feel like now that we're finally here at the beginning of the culmination of the first stage of the beginning of the Johan master plan or whatever that is, and he changes his mind. Just the knowledge that all this went through over years and years and years of prep, and he's changing his mind at the very end of the plan.
It makes me think...
it's like, wait, what did he change his mind towards?
Right. Well,
we just have to guess and wonder, and
it makes me wonder how good the ending of the show is actually going to be, because I feel like it'll still be really good from a character perspective.
A lot of episodes before the ending, though.
Sure.
So this is probably like just one of the plans,
Right, but with how long it took us to get here, and this is we're at the halfway point, right? In order, if they did this again, like the exact thing that they've done already, it would not result in a plot-wise satisfying ending, probably. That's just my estimate.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see a repeat of this.
No, I don't think so either. But just with the style of this, I have no doubts at all about, from a character perspective, whatever the ending they do being very satisfying, and a lot of points along the way. But as far as Johan himself, because it's like, okay, what's his game now?
Well, I think it's the main thing is, what do you want out of Johan as a character? If you look at Johan as a conflict point of the plot for Tenma to grow and come to grips with the monster of humanity and the great goodness of humanity, and trying to struggle between the middle, caught in the middle of those two things, then he's going to lose. Like, Tenma's going to essentially dip into both. He's dipped so hard into one side all his life. And now
I am 100%.
He's going to gradually go harder into that side.
But to use a phrase that we like to use a lot.
Oh yes,
we want the antagonist to be the protagonist of their own story, right? That means they need to have something that they want that is separate from the main characters, right?
And I think that's definitely happening. We just don't know what it is.
Right. We don't know what that new thing is yet. Yeah. Because they spent a lot of time building up something that was awesome and all that, and then Johan changed his mind. So it's like so it's kind of like a thing where, because they changed it, it basically ups the stakes, but it also hypes it up. So
we do know, based on the way they've introduced the book, that he does care about Anna in some way.
Yes.
Because the book, if he's kind of basing a little bit of his journey off the book, he has to eat Anna at some point. He has to consume her. He has to regain his other half, basically.
Gotcha.
And that's I think part of it. It's probably not going to be the end-all be-all thing of it, but that's probably
Okay.
going to be part of it. The point at which they have their reunion, and what Johan does in that reunion is going to basically infer
Right.
what his overall plan is
Yeah,
probably
their
going to be.
real reunion, because this was not
The real reunion. This was not it. So
Yeah.
basically, Johan's not ready for it yet.
Sure.
Or he has some other things that he prioritizes more.
Like not dying, possibly.
Yes, like not
No,
dying.
he's like, I am not, like, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, we'll meet again, sis. I have not dying on the agenda, on all the agendas right now. They all got overridden with not dying. Maybe
Right.
that's what it is that he underestimated Tenma's desire to kill and murder him. And he's like,
Possibly.
I realized that I can die. Like,
Yeah.
like he's walking, Schuwald through the park or whatever. Was that when Johan was Tenma was spying on him and stuff?
When they were
and he's
like bird watching or whatever.
He's like telling kids like, yeah, I'm gonna die. Like, maybe it's not that he's realizing that he is saying like, I'm gonna die soon. The kids interpret it as he's gonna die like tomorrow or something. Because I think he did say like, I'm going to die very
Right.
soon, or I'm going to die
I'm going
tomorrow.
to be killed by a Japanese man.
Yeah, or something like that. He's also probably thinking way far ahead in the future, and he's like, yeah, I am going to die by Tenma's hand in the future.
I'm going to kill you eventually,
And maybe that's all Johan's doing, is he's just prepping his death to end his life in the most perfect way.
Okay.
That would be a way that they could both win, and they both lose.
right. Yeah, I mean, I love the idea of the antagonist that even though they lose, they win.
Yes.
And if anyone were to be able to pull something like that off, it would be Johan, absolutely. Especially with all the stuff that he's been doing with the kids and stuff, so that the idea that even if you kill him, he's not really dead.
Right.
Or is he really dead?
Right,
And
he'll
you'll wonder about that, and
transcend
you'll be
into an
afraid and all
idea,
that.
rather
Exactly.
than
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. That he's stopped wanting to become no one and be the shadow puppeteer that controls the economies of the free world and all that. And that was the becoming the new vampire Bayern. And he's like, actually, no, I want to die, but I want to become something intangible
Before I die, kind of a
die,
thing.
so that when I die, I will live forever.
Well, and
I don't know, that would be,
I like that.
that's kind of cliche in
That
some
is a bit
ways.
cliche, and it seems contrary to Johan's character
Yep,
because
yep.
he is not the type of person that is the drama queen.
Right.
Like, he could be if he wanted to, but yeah. So
Yeah, that's why I love this show, is that
Yeah.
you talk about like snipe him. I'm like, please, like, no, don't even think about killing Johan yet. We have so much more story potential with how he is. So I kind of excuse some of the shoehorn plot narrative to keep everything
Schuwald, or yeah, Schuwalded. They were actually giving us a hint from the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and okay, and by the way, the fact that like I can get bugged about this with this show means I love the show, right?
Yeah.
Because it's basically something where they've done such an incredible job with Johan and the themes and Tenma and the whole morality dichotomy and kill or not kill and all that stuff. That's amazing. And
The only gripe we have is that we're becoming self-aware of the
fact
meta narrative
that even though they set it up perfectly to end,
yes,
well, it can't end because
we have another dozens or so episodes.
Exactly. It's the whole Count of Monte Cristo thing. It's like, well, he could wrap up all his revenge stuff right now,
but that wouldn't be satisfying.
But what if we were able to get like 3 more years of like newspaper, like
Yeah,
like,
you're going to the book Alexander Dumas, Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
We want to deal with Mrs. Villefort and like poison, like
let's have a whole side arc where you don't even know who the Count of Monte Cristo is.
Oh my god!
Because
okay, TLDR. Loved the episode. Had a little bit of a gripe with the way that Johan's plot armor was just made too apparent to us, even though they've been doing that.
I thought he
all
might
throughout
actually
things.
have have put like Kevlar or something underneath his suit, then Tenma would think he killed him and he just didn't.
Maybe that's the thing, is that he's pointing at his head because he's like, everywhere else, you can't kill me.
And that's actually to psych him out so that Tenma will think, what if I miss? So that he shoots at him in the chest to guarantee that he shoots him there, and then of course it doesn't kill him.
And then the shots that on a shot actually did hit him, but they hit his back. And he's just like, ow, that kind of hurt and
Yeah.
adjusts his
Right.
Kevlar vest.
Because again, when you fire a gun, a handgun, all the recoil is in the kickback of the gun. That is the same force that is imparted to the other person, and that is in an ideal scenario where the bullet doesn't go all the way through.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, there we go, guys. So if you want to watch the next episode's reaction, or if you want to watch, transitions are hard, guys. This is a great discussion, and it kind of rattled my brain and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we have a link in the description for our Patreon. Check it out if you want to do the next episode's reaction. If you want to watch it right now.
There's also full-length
reactions there, and any kind of support gives you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about stories,
or sniper rifles,
or about DM plot armor, or whatever. And maybe that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.